What up? Can you hear me, Eric?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. There we go, right there. We got some cool stuff going on. I have
Yeah.
this awesome light that I bought that keeps falling.
Still having issues since last week?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do with it, man. I really don't. But
Mm.
welcome to the Liberator. We're your liberators, Jesse Valdez and Eric Mateos. And today we are talking about the stimulus check as well. Before we get into that, happy St. Patty's Day. St. Patty's, I mean, the only thing I know is you drink a lot of green beer, and I guess the guy himself died today.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah,
Where's your green shirt?
I got right there, man. What do you
Are you
mean?
wearing green panties?
I got everything, dude. And got green socks on. So, but anyways, before we get into the show, let's talk a little bit about the giveaway. There's different ways that you could win this giveaway, and we're going to show you right now. Give it one sec. Here we go. Boom. We're actually going to do this. Bam. How to win the $100 Visa gift card giveaway through MCE. Now, there's a few options you can do. One of them is if you like us on Facebook and you follow our stuff, well, you got one thing already down. Now, all you have to do is tag at least 3 friends. And this post is actually pinned to our page. Tag 3 friends and share that post. And that's it. You're eligible to win. And I don't think that many people are participating yet. So, I mean, your chances are huge, and we'll throw you in. The second option is watch any of our shows. So, The Liberator or the No Knowledge podcast as well. Watch any of those shows and listen for how many times we say the magic word, which
Shot
is
collar.
and we'll say it right now. We'll give you a hint, or we'll give you the first one. Baller within the first 5 minutes of this show. So that's it. All you need to know is the word baller within the first 5 minutes of this show, and comment the correct answer on this video, and we will enter your name not once but twice. That's really it. And I mean, it's easy money, really, right, Eric?
Yeah. Um, you'll catch us slipping. So you'll hear us saying baller every once in a while.
And all you have to do is realize how many times we say it within the first 5 minutes. That's it. Within the first 5 minutes to win this $100 gift card. Or if you don't want to watch the show for 5 minutes, then just follow the option number one. And then also, if you want to help support us, you can also become an MCE patron. Become that, and we'll give you shout outs. We'll give you some stickers. Heck, if you donate enough, we'll just automatically put you into the drawings every time. You don't even have to do anything besides, help contribute. So that's really it.
Speaking about ballers, did you get your stimmy already?
I did.
Lucky you. I haven't gotten mine yet.
You haven't.
No, still waiting.
Wow. Did you receive the other ones?
I received the first one, but I did never got my $600 one either, which is kind of weird.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get why I didn't get that one.
Did yours come through direct deposit?
No, I got my first one through check, through the
Oh,
mail.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's why it's taking forever for me.
Okay. And it looks like I'm just trying to figure out some stuff here. Let's hide this. Oh, there we are right there. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the stimulus. The first one came out under President Trump, and I received that through direct deposit quick. Um, what do you think about the whole stimulus idea, Eric?
Um, well, it should have been more consistent, but I don't really like it because a lot of people will get lazy and not want to go back to work. But I do like that we're getting some type of help when some people lose their jobs or their income while being uh, stuck at home. So I like it, but it's not something that should be permanent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. And really, that's it's funny that you say it. So, what do you mean by consistent?
So we shouldn't be on three, on number three barely. Like this has been almost a whole year, and we're barely getting number. Well, the third one, and the second one was just $600. I mean, how are you supposed to pay your rent with just $600 in between like 3 months? And then the before that one was like 6 months before that. So I think that
So
is
I'm actually surprised that you say that. I would, for some reason, I would have thought you would say the exact opposite about getting it consistently. That's something I 100% agree with. The government should be doing more
well,
to.
the issue is that you we shouldn't be on lockdown in the first place. But if we are on lockdown, we kind of technically need some type of help or some type of a stimulus check to keep us afloat. But I'm not for it. But if we're stuck at home, I think it's necessary.
I totally agree. I mean, there's a situation like, for instance, if you get it, I mean, it's a hit and miss. Some companies will pay for you to stay at home because you're sick. Obviously, you don't want to get other people sick. And
Yeah,
then sometimes companies won't do that. And it's like, okay, so do I go to work and get the rest of the people from work sick, or do I stay home and miss my mortgage?
yeah. I mean, there's no easy way out of it, and I mean, I've heard of some stories about people having COVID, but because they need to pay their rent and get paid, they just stayed silent about it and went to work, which is uh, sad and dangerous at the same time. But what else can you do for him? Like, if he needs to work, he needs to work.
Exactly. Hey, we got somebody trying to guess how many times we said the word. Um, Looks like Aaron from the UTFL league that I help manage and play for. We'll let you know, Aaron. We'll let you know if you get that. Easy money, though, for sure. So, yeah, the thing is I feel like the priority for our money, right? I
Yeah,
mean, they always say that there's not enough money. We don't have enough to do that. We have to, we have to reform things. We need to figure it out. And getting these relief packages tells you there's money, but do we want to prioritize? Ooh, I can't even talk. Do we want to gear it towards the
well,
people?
that's the thing though. Is like, I mean, yeah, there's money. Is if you keep printing money, of course you're gonna have money, but it's not real at the end of the day. Like, what's it backed up from? Yeah, you could say you have money, but if it's not backed up by anything, then it's worthless. And we're gonna end up like Germany from in the 1920s. It's not gonna be a we're not gonna get out of this easily. It's gonna be bad. We have to pay it back anyways.
Okay, but in theory, when you look at it, like for instance, every stimulus that my family has gotten, it's probably lasted in our bank account for maybe a day. And what I mean by that is the fact that it goes to bills just like that. You know what I mean? So it's literally just going back into the economy in an
Yeah, but
instant.
yeah, but see, that's the thing. You're putting yourself in your situation. There's plenty of different situations that we're not thinking about. Like other people have to like spend it right away because they have bills to pay. Or other people could hold on to it, but I mean it's everyone's situation is different. So we can't just think about, or we can't just look at it as a one type of situation because a lot of different people are struggling and other people are not really struggling.
Yeah, but does it really I mean, obviously, do I deserve it more than somebody else? The chances are probably not. But that's not the point. The point is it's the least the government can do, and they should be able to just, to me, they should be able to give us $2,000 monthly. That should
Well, I
be
mean,
no ease. With
I
how
mean,
much
they shut us
money that
down.
exactly, they gave us no choice. We couldn't work. Some
Yeah,
people
so
couldn't. Obviously, I was gifted enough where I could work, but
Yeah,
there's a lot of
same,
people out
same
there
with
that
me.
didn't. So I'm
Yeah,
saying everybody's situation is different, but I'm saying at the very least, regardless of whether you were able to work or not, the working class deserves to get that money. That's how I believe. That's how I feel. Especially when you're giving the rich tax cuts and breaks, and they have these loopholes. Like, I don't care about them.
yeah.
When we get the stimulus, when
Yeah,
we
that's
get the
the
stimulus, oh,
that's the unfortunate part is that how come these big corporations are able to keep running, but these small businesses are shut down? Like that doesn't make sense at all to me. Like they need to let everyone open up or everything gets shut down because it's not fair. And this is where the big issue with corporatism and people thinking that this is the free market when it's not.
and that's another thing though too is like, so when this money comes out, let's put an example here.
And
When
where's
you
the money going to? It's going back
exa-
to these big box companies.
and
It's not
exactly
going.
that's
Go
what I
ahead.
mean. When you give money to, when these big companies and corporations take these tax breaks, where's that money going? Let's say we relieve these companies and give them this money. Do you think that they're going to put this money back into the economy for the people? Or do you
I
think
don't.
that money's going overseas and it's invested somewhere else that has nothing to do with the United States?
Well, I
When
mean,
somebody,
if you
when
do the
somebody
math,
like
one
me,
point nine trillion dollars didn't all go to 350 million Americans. It went overseas as well. Like it's not all going to us. It went. I mean, if you could read the bill, it's who knows how many pages long, but it went to other countries as well, not just us. Why are we paying other countries when we can't even pay ourselves a decent amount or a fair amount every month?
and that's what I'm saying is like somebody like me and or anybody within our community that we actually know, that money that they're getting is going back into the economy, whether it's buying something as dumb as a mattress or a TV
Yeah,
or going towards bills. That money is legit going back into the economy. So, but that's what I mean. Like, people say, well, I don't know if so and so deserves that money. I don't think that's my money. I think they don't deserve it. Well, yeah, it's all of our money.
it's all our
You
money.
care.
Yeah.
So you care about your neighbor possibly getting the $1,400, but you don't care about the person that's been ripping you off every paycheck.
Well, that's the thing though. Is like if it's going to all of us, I don't care. But when it's going to other countries, it makes no sense. Like, why is certain country getting this money when they have nothing to do with us?
Let's look at some comments right now. We did see that one from Carlos saying divide 1.9 trillion uh, to 300 or 330 million.
I'm guessing he
Uh,
means people.
and he also says it's a monopoly. That's the one we're on right now.
Yeah.
Aaron says, I definitely think it's opened my eyes. Here, let's go to his comments real quick. I definitely think it's opened my eyes, and it's truly sad that regardless of what side of politics you're on, that both sides waited too long to argue like kids, and then and turn around and ask for our patience and strength. And I mean, we voted these people in, right?
Uh,
I mean, I
uh,
didn't,
I
but the
mean,
majority did.
if you want to say we voted these people in, or they got paid to get in, or funded to get in, but that's that's my opinion.
Explain.
uh, I think this recent election just really opened our eyes, showing us that even if we vote for who we want to vote for, we don't get we don't get fair elections. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and
It's just hard to believe that 80 million people voted for a certain candidate.
and here's my take on that whole thing is at the end of the day, for the most part anyways, it's your vote. Nobody can take that vote away from you. But the persuasion that goes in that vote is what's truly messed up. And we talked about this with the whole shadow political campaign, right? You've had
Yeah,
TV ads, you had you know, organizations like, yes, they didn't.
they said it themselves, a shadow cabal that was in the background fixing this election. So it's like what's the point of us going out and vote or having a voice when they have to fix it regardless for anything. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen this, twice with Bernie. He got he got screwed over twice, and he let it happen. Uh, Say what you want about Trump, but at least he fought for for his election, and he may have lost, but he didn't go out without a fight. He kept going until well, he looked for every single avenue to try to see if he could win it or he could lose it. And unfortunately, he lost it. No one wanted to check the votes. No one wanted to check the cameras. No one wanted to check if anything was fishy about it. But at least he fought till the end, which you can't say about Bernie.
Well, I have a soft spot for Bernie. I feel like he was somebody that was the first to speak up about having these COVID relief packages come out. And he originally fought for us to have the $2,000 per month, which is it radical? I don't
Well,
think so.
Trump did too, though. Trump even said it on his one of his last speeches. He said instead of giving people $600, give them $2,000, and everyone was
After the
backing him
fact,
up after
Bernie
that.
said it, and it was possibly too late. I mean, I liked what he said. I'm glad he said it. Nobody else was going to say it, but it was too late at that point.
No, but this was before they signed it, and he said, don't give them $600, give them 2,000, and they still went with $600, and then Biden comes over here saying, "Vote for me, and I'll promise you 2,000," and then he gets in office, and he is only giving us 1,400, and he using the excuse that $600 already was given to us.
Yeah, I mean, what you saw in the stimulus bills, the COVID relief bills, is nothing new with hitting loopholes where that money actually is going. Why do we want to send that money out? We saw that in, I want to say, all of the stimulus checks. I don't know about this one in particular because it's so new, but we've seen it. Right. We've seen where this money goes, and they want to keep saying that there's not enough money for, the working class, but we're going to go ahead and send out, millions to who knows where. They want my
Yeah.
light.
Oh
Gosh.
yeah. What was that? What was one of the most outrageous ones was Pakistan getting how many millions for uh, gender uh, gender studies or something like that? It's like, why? What's the point for that?
And and that's exactly what I mean is the fact that I feel like, you know, those loopholes were a wake up call, because
Oh yeah,
this is something that's always been happening. Like, you wonder where your money goes. You wonder where all your taxes are going. Like, you're getting robbed every day, and you might
right.
not know it because, heck, let's say
You're
I
living
steal a penny
comfortably.
from you, Eric. Right? I steal a penny
Yeah.
from you. You're not going to notice that I stole a penny from you. Now, if I steal a penny from the whole state of Utah or the whole nation, what's that make me?
It all
That
adds
makes
up.
me rich.
Yeah. Filthy rich. Not only that though, it's like they they steal 30% of your check.
Mm-hmm.
That's 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 a whole lot of money right there. And that's just, one person, added up with 350 million people or 330 million people. That's it's a lot of money that's going who knows where. If you were just to see how many bases we got around the world, it's insane. You can't even count them. How many countries we're in and all that stuff. It makes absolutely no sense.
So Carlos says, "How about these gas prices?" And then Ali says, "Carlos, they are always this high at this time of year. Still not okay though. Camping season
Mm,
is coming, at least
I don't
here in
know.
Utah. It's a big deal.
It just hit like $3, didn't it?
By summertime, not this early though. Let's see, we're on progress to $4 a gallon by summer.
Oh no.
Hmm. I remember when we were. Do you remember when it was like 5?
I
Like,
remember there was like one little county in like California where it hit like $14 a gallon. It was insane.
Wow.
But I don't know. It's not looking good.
So Biden comes out, Trump came out with his relief, COVID relief bill. And then obviously Biden is now the president, and he came out with the $1,400 one. Which he promised hey, if we win, what was it, Georgia or those
Yeah.
remaining?
Yes,
If we
exactly.
if we
Thank you
win
for
those
bringing that up.
states, if we win, I will guarantee the $2,000. And
Yeah.
then he won them. And then what happened?
He
Oh,
backpedaled.
the 1,400 plus Trump 600. What do you
Yeah.
mean? No, I'm not. Am I supposed to do math? 1,400 plus 600 equals 2,000? Like, I didn't know I was supposed to do math. Like, again, why is it so hard to just give what the working people deserve? That's it. Just give to what we deserve. That's all anybody's ever asking. Yet it's always a pain in the ass to do so. When they wanted to Trump peach for the second time, and I'm not saying this because I like Trump, because I don't. all of a sudden, oh wow, everybody within minutes, we're casting votes basically.
Oh, but that was the big issue, though.
Oh, that was a big
You know what I
issue.
mean? No, I mean, according to Congress and the Senate, that's the main priority was to impeach Trump, but they didn't give a damn about the American people.
And they never do. And until
It's like,
people
why?
until people decide to wake up and this is where I was getting at. At the end of the day, it's your vote. I get that. It's your vote. But the persuasion that goes in and the ideology of, oh, well, I can't vote for this person because I'm afraid it's not going to count because nobody wants to vote for that person. Not enough people want them. So I'm going to go for evil number 2 instead.
But
That's
again,
a wasted vote to go for evil number 2. Do you not understand that?
do you still believe 80 million people voted for Biden?
That's a tough one, and I feel like that's definitely something we could talk about on our next show.
Because that's
Because
very fishy. I still can't wrap my head around that, and
it's tough
I don't know how many
because
people are just gonna sleep on this. I mean, I feel like there is a great awakening going on, but it's sad that we're still can't question the government. Like whenever we question what's going on with the news, with the government, with our elections, that they want to make you seem like a conspiracy theorist when the writing's on the wall, and yet you're looked at as a crazy person for questioning it all.
yeah, I feel like you should question. If you're not questioning, then you're being stupid to not, honestly, in all sense.
Exactly.
And I'll be honest about it. I feel like the entire I don't know. I honestly I don't know what the whole election thing. I do find it kind of weird in a sense. Trump had 73 million votes, I believe.
75, I believe.
75 almost.
Yeah.
So in any past election, he was the
He's
loser, obviously.
he's
He would have been considered a winner.
he got the most votes.
And
I mean, he's the second
well,
place in most votes.
yeah, that's what I mean. Second place with 75 million votes would
More
have
than
in
Obama.
any other election be considered a winner.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
what's
you're
weird.
saying Biden's more popular than Obama?
No, what I'm saying is if you go back in time, if you go back into, for instance, last election, it was 63 and 65 or whatever, right? Million to win. Or
Yeah. Oh no, you're talking about electoral votes,
I'm just talking about uh,
the popular vote.
the popular vote. And I mean Trump won that one anyways, but what I'm saying is both candidates were in the 60s. Nobody was in the 70s. So that's what I mean is if you were to take this to last election, 75 would have been overkill for a win. But it
Yeah.
wasn't. 80 was. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
what's that's what I'm
It
not
makes no
understanding. And
sense.
maybe COVID did all this, but if you go back to the Obama, a couple elections back, I think Obama hit 60, maybe 59 to win.
I think like in the
And if,
60s, I believe.
and if you keep going back, it's less and less and less. So it's crazy to see the you know the when you go into the timeline, it goes the gap closes from 5. That little it's a little gap in between each year. It goes up and up and up. But this
Yeah.
year the gap was like this. You can't even see it on your screen, but it was a lot bigger. So I do wonder about that. I won't lie there. But at the end of the day, things shouldn't be this close. If you don't like neither of the candidates, why are you voting for them?
No, I mean,
That's
and
it.
not only that, like how many days? Almost a whole week it took till we found out where the elections gave us. This has never been seen like this in at least our recent history. It's just things that make you go,
And it
makes no sense.
and honestly, it's hard because we never had a pandemic like this either. So
Yeah. So yeah, we have to add all that stuff into it. But it's
oh
like
look,
I mean, you seen that little spike right in the Pennsylvania one, where all of a sudden Biden like spikes up, like Trump is
oh
winning
yeah.
by a lot, and then all of a sudden Biden's little meter just goes straight up, which is like I think they said it's mathematically impossible to happen.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I, like you definitely should be questioning. Carlos says government will break your leg and then hand you the crutch and want you to thank them for helping you.
yep, exactly. That's 100% facts.
And then he also said Obama got 69 million in 2008 and 66 million in 2012. Okay, thank you for that. 69, I did not realize that.
Nice.
But prior to that, I swear it was in the 50s. So for the Bush era and all that. So it was lower and then it got gradually higher, and
Well,
then
yeah, I
boom,
mean,
like super huge.
like just look at the Bushes. They aren't very lovable.
Yeah. But people vote for him. That's what I don't get. If you don't like that person, why are you voting for him? It's either one, you don't have any faith in your morals, or two, you're too loyal to a party that's not loyal back to you.
Or three, it's rigged.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you vote for, you get Dick Cheney. I think we said that last week. It's like
No.
you don't get the person you wanted for. I mean, Obama technically we voted for him because he was our hope. What was his campaign slogan? Change. And
Obama's.
nothing changed. Nothing changed. We got into more wars. We kept
Obama's a
conquer
tough
bombing.
one for me. I mean, I voted for Obama. I believed in true change, but I honestly, looking back at it, I feel like that was all just
It was
kind of
show.
just smoke and mirrors, really,
Yeah.
is what that was. I mean, like you said, when money runs the candidates, are the candidates for you, right?
No.
And
No.
Obama took more money from Wall Street than any candidate in history.
Yeah.
More money from Wall Street. Yeah, he was the one that was supposed to be true change. How do you get true change when he's taking money from Wall Street? You don't.
No.
You don't. Uh,
Yeah. So it's unfortunate and sad because he really fooled a lot of people, and he was the perfect candidate to like back up and stuff. But he uh, he was a failure.
well, I think we should end the show, but let's end the show on this note. If you want true change, vote for your morals and with good conscience. Vote for who you actually want. Don't vote for who you think is the next best thing. Because as much of a I'll admit Bernie woke me up. I love the guy, but not even himself had that much power over me to make me vote for Hillary or to make me vote for Biden. Because to me, yes, I gave him a shot. Hillary, I didn't give a shot because to me, she was just pure evil.
She's a
Biden, I
crazy
gave him a
bitch.
shot. Biden, I gave him a shot. I said, hey, earn my vote. Earn my vote. As every candidate should. They should be earning your vote. He didn't. So I didn't vote for him because I don't want that on my conscience that I voted for that guy. That's it.
I couldn't know. I mean, his past bills is he's a very questionable person, especially as also as vice president too. Uh, oh yeah, how much you want to bet? How long Biden lasts longer before we go?
What do you mean? How long he lasts?
You think it's gonna last 4 years?
Oh, with his health that they don't want to address.
Yes. Again, we're
Oh,
the crazy people for questioning this stuff, but he's not looking good.
okay. We're not done yet, but Here's what's funny. When Bernie was running last election, the media, mass media, kept saying how old he was. He was too old. He can't run. He's gonna die.
So we can't
Right?
vote for an old white male. And what
We
did we
can't.
vote in? An old white male.
And then here comes good old fashioned Joe Biden, that for sure is old. And not once did I hear on the media, don't vote for him. Because he's old. And to
Yeah.
me, that's the sorriest excuse I've ever heard. If that's one of the worries on a candidate is, oh, you probably shouldn't vote for them because they're old. I'll take that. I'll take that over. Oh, you probably shouldn't vote for him because he's stealing money from you.
Yeah.
Let's see
And
what Aaron says. Thank you, Aaron, for following us this long through our show. I'd love to see an election where all candidates not only tell us what they want to do, but explain how you will do what you're going to do instead of it being a pissing contest and people just talking smack and saying how everyone sucks.
yeah.
I agree with you. It's
Uh,
all a game.
I believe that we're being manipulated by all this what do you want to call it? This SJW stuff. Like, oh, Biden hired the first trans person to do this and do that, the first female, two female generals to do this and do that. It's like that's not the issue. Like the issue is that we need to fix what's going on. We're not keep going to war, not hiring people for just because they're first this and the first that. Like they need to be the best person for the job. The like it's not just about the first everything. Like every single thing seems to be about statistics when it shouldn't be. If that makes sense.
No, I know exactly what you mean, and in all honesty, I just keep saying this. To me, don't have loyalty to a party because the party doesn't have loyalty back to you. Just have loyalty to yourself is all I can say. As for Democrats and Republicans, we're never going to get true change with them. I'm sorry. That's what I believe in right now. I feel like
Yeah.
they're one of the same. They're they're
This,
they're one side to the same face,
I
right?
think you said it before that it's the perfect time for a third party.
It is. But and just so we can close off, um, even before the next election for president, midterms, which is coming up, is going to be the actual deciding. If this administration doesn't do what the people want, they're going to show it this midterm election. They're not going to wait. They're going to show it.
Yeah.
So it's either they show it, and who knows, maybe the third party will won't come to be, or they don't show it. And I really feel like this is the time for true change to actually happen. If you want something to happen, you need to go fight for it, and don't listen to these guys that aren't going to do anything about it, because again, their money's their pockets are full with somebody else's money, and they want that money themselves. They don't want to hide. They don't want to give it to anybody.
I'm telling you, it's a great awakening is coming.
Eric, I think that's it. I guess we can just mention real quick about some of the stuff that we have going on. You see the little crawler down below us. Giveaways. We do many of them. We're not just doing this $100 MCE giveaway. We're going to do so many every month, and you could catch it by the posts that we put on our Facebook page. You can also catch it by any of these videos. So either this video, if you're into politics, if you're not into politics, make sure you go watch on Fridays MMA, the No Knowledge Show, and you can also win that giveaway there. And then we have our other show that's still in the process, the crossover show.
No Knowledge Podcast.
The No Knowledge Podcast. I'm sorry. Thank you for so
You're
yeah,
piss people off.
we have plenty of shows. If you don't like politics, go ahead and pick up the MMA, the No Knowledge Podcast. And then we have other shows that are in the works. So keep following us. We're trying to cross you over into sports, tech, video games, politics, entertainment, you name it, the latest trends, pop culture. Tell us how many times we said the magic word within the first 5 minutes, and we'll put you in twice. And if you don't want to go back and try to find that, just do the post. The post will get you in as well. But if you want to gain those chances of winning, the shows is where it's at. And it'll also help us out as well. But other than that, that's it, guys. Thank you again for watching us. Catch us next week, same time, Wednesdays. And again, catch the No Knowledge podcast every Friday, same time at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you. Peace.
Peace.